In this video, I'm going to talk about something called calcaneal apophysitis, also known as Sever's disease. And this is a follow-up to a recent article that I posted on my website regarding this condition to show a few demonstrations of some exercises and moves that you can do to help prevent this from happening in your young athlete, or also maybe help treat it and relieve the pain if this is something you're going through. With this condition, essentially what's happening is the young athletes are growing at a high rate, and their soft tissue and muscles can't keep up with that growth, so there's a lot of extra tension, and there's a growth plate that's very active in the calcaneus, or the heel bone, which gets inflamed essentially. So what can really help with this condition is, number one, mobility of the ankle. That's really key. Keeping it loose, keeping yourself from getting too tight, and especially your calf muscles and your arch muscles as you're going through these periods of growth. And another thing is to strengthen and load the ankle. So let's get into a couple of exercises that could help with this. Let's start first with talking about some of the mobility things you can do to help keep flexibility, your ankle and your calf muscles from getting too tight. One of the things that I always do to check real quick and easy is kneeling down in front of a wall and just taking your fist and put your fist in front of your toes like this. And you should be able to fairly easily flex that knee into the wall without your heel coming off the ground at all. So this is a good kind of a self-evaluation to just start with and see, but it's also a good way to stretch and work on mobility. So if I extend this out, maybe go a little further, like with my thumbs distance out, and try and push towards the wall. So you can see where I'm getting to my limit right now, but this is really helping to flex, not just stretch the muscles, but we want to work the joint capsule around the ankle. So another easy way to do that is just getting in this deep squat positions and kind of rocking side to side and pushing your weight out over your foot as you're doing it. So this is really helping to stretch and mobilize my ankle joints right there. Next, we're going to talk about a couple of strengthening exercises that can help, especially from a preventative side. Now, if you are suffering from this condition right now and it's very painful and flared up, if you're above a 3 out of 10 on the pain scale with any of these moves, don't push it right now. Let it calm down and start to improve first, and then go to the strengthening moves like these. But for strengthening around the ankle, what you really want to do is load it with the heel off the ground. So I've got this little, it's actually a stretching block, but it's something that I can just elevate my heels with. You don't need to use one of these. You can just use a platform or anything you can bring your heels off the back of it. And then I'm going to grab a bar here just to use as a prop, because balance is an issue with these too, and so you want to maintain good balance and good position. But just doing a squat with your heels off the ground like this and loaded, and trying to keep your weight back as you do it, and you can see I'm having trouble kind of maintaining my balance, so I'm using this bar to help me. But you'll feel the flexion in your ankles as you do this, and you really feel the extra work happening around the ankle joints. So doing squats like this, or just sitting in a squat position and holding that balance. And then even a little more difficult doing it on one foot like this and coming down and holding that and loading that ankle and then coming back up. So this is a lot of work for the ankle joint to really help stabilize and hold in that firm position, and it's good work for the quads and the hamstrings as well. So those kind of techniques can help strengthen and protect you from this condition. Hopefully these tips give you a little bit of understanding and an idea of how to help if your young athlete is suffering from calcaneal apophysitis or Sever's disease. If you have any more questions on it, feel free to message me, reach out to me on my website, t2form.com, and contact me, and I'm happy to help.